Hey folks, John Thompson, Spring Framework Guru. So this is the end of the section in the course, and we've covered quite a bit on setting properties and using profiles within Spring Boot so far in the course. And right now, I've given you all the tools that you need to deploy a Spring managed application to multiple environments. So you're going to be using different beans, like you might be using something like ActiveMQ for a messaging broker and IBM's MQ series in production, or MySQL and test and Oracle in production, or so that there's a lot of different combinations, a lot of different requirements as you move through the enterprise. So Spring hooks up to a lot of different stuff, but generally what you want to see in modern Spring application development is you're working locally, self-contained against like an H2 database, so you can bring things up and do everything locally. And then you're going to progress through the environments and bring up dependencies where you have servers. So when you have these requirements, these are the tools that you use within Spring. You're going to be using externalized properties, you're going to be using profiles, and you're going to be using a combination of those to meet the requirements of your deployment environments. Now, I haven't muddied the water so far with doing database connections or doing different JMS connections or dealing with different actual environments and environment-specific properties. I've tried to get you used to both configuring properties and externalized property files, testing those, setting those up, make sure that your properties are getting injected right, and then showed you a number of different ways to use the Spring profiles. Just to recap, if you don't specify a profile, that bean is always going to be brought into the Spring context. If you do specify a profile, that bean's only going to be brought in when that profile is active. And if you don't set a profile, then Spring provides a default profile to provide a way of specifying beans that should be active when there is no active profile. So you do have a number of tools here to utilize in deploying Spring applications in an enterprise environment.